Today I'm going to take a look at the Stern H2S two-stage drop-in trigger system. This trigger is designed to work with AR-15 lower receivers that use 0.154-inch pinholes, and is specifically designed for use with blowback pistol caliber conversions, though it does include an optional lighter disconnect spring for use with 5.56 caliber. I ended up buying this trigger because there don't really seem to be that many options for a two-stage pistol caliber specific trigger in the market. These guns are known for breaking hammer pins because of the bolt weight and high bolt velocity. This is pretty much the only choice. So let's take a look at what's in the box. Obviously you get the trigger itself. It also comes with a set of anti-walk trigger pins and a green disconnector spring that lightens the pull weight for use with 5.56. You'll get a set of printed instructions that are also available on Stern Defense's website. The instructions are actually very good and go into detail as to why the anti-walk trigger pins are necessary for this trigger, as well as instructions on how to swap the disconnector spring for use with 5.56. As I said before, there are two different springs that come with this trigger unit. A green spring, which is meant for use in 5.56 that gives a 3-pound second stage, and also a silver spring that is meant for use with pistol caliber blowback conversions that gives a 4-pound second stage. Since I'm building a blowback conversion, I'm not going to be using the green spring, but I am going to show you how to disassemble the trigger and how to change the disconnector springs. The first step will be to remove the hammer pin. Go ahead and make it easier on yourself by decocking the hammer. Then push the hammer pin out using a tool. Once the hammer pin has been removed, you can remove the hammer and hammer spring. Next, you can remove the trigger pin. The easiest way to do this is to use the hammer pin to press out the trigger pin. Once the trigger pin is removed, you can remove the trigger and the trigger spring from the cassette. Now that we have the trigger by itself, we can remove the disconnector pin. The easiest way to do that is to take the leg of one of the springs and push that out. And just something to note, I'm pretty sure that this disconnector pin only goes in one way, or at least mine did. And with the disconnector pin out, now you can remove the disconnector by sliding it forward and off the spring. And with that out, you can use the leg of one of the larger springs to remove the disconnector spring. The trigger ships with the heavier disconnector spring installed, and I'm just going to leave that in there since I'm using it with a pistol caliber carbine. You'll notice during reassembly that one end of the disconnector pin is chamfered. That end goes into the trigger first. Now that I have the trigger installed, I'm going to show a little bit of an example of how long the pull distances are, the reset, stuff like that. And just for kicks, a little comparison to the Geissele SSAE. So as you can see, both triggers are quite different. The Stern certainly has a much shorter first stage, but at the same time, the SSAE is not a cassette style trigger, so that may have something to do with the differences. In any case, I think that for a PCC specific trigger, for the money spent, the Stern is pretty nice, and I think I'm going to enjoy shooting it. So I'll leave it at that, and if there's anything that comes up, I'll just make another video.